places we're streaming on YouTube and also on the Instagram. Mr. Diesel, the dog, is over there chewing his cow bone, as he would do. We're going to get into playing some harps. Here's Nemitarov. They're the ones marked with it looks like an H on the back of them. Oh, yo, ho! Patrick Bodine, how you doing? How's the way up yonder? Yeah, it's been 20s and 30s here, although yesterday it was 70 degrees. Then today it might have got up in the 40s. Kansas does what it wants when the weather comes. Can you teach me some tricks for Bag Von Morching? Yes, I can, and I'll play a Bag Von Morching next. And these tricks, or these just techniques, you can apply to any harp. Let's play I just got a new Bagvana tailless. There's going to be 2 tune sets and a bunch of Bagvana harps going over to the Harpery, harpery.com, and I got for myself one of the Bagvana E2 tailless, and it's really super clean. I'm going to start breathing in and out. And I'm opening and closing the glottis. And I'm stuttering in and out breaths as well as opening and closing the glottis. And the glottis is what closes when you say the words better, butter, and bottle, but you say them in like an English accent. Better, butter, bottle. Or you say the word mitten. A lot of times the T isn't said with the tongue. Mitten, mitten. Like if we're laughing. Start breathing in and out and making mouth shapes like ayo, he, hi-yo, he, hey-yo, hey-yo, he, hi-yo, he. Oh, hello, William Banks. Hello, TDS Harper. Hey-yo, he, hey-yo, he, hey-yo. If you're wondering how to do that, say the words like yakata takada, yakata takata 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 takata. So what harps has everybody been into? What have you been up to? What's new in your neck of the woods? Play another. That was a Bagvana tailless around E. I added another harp to my collection by a maker that I had not tried before. Maybe I have tried. I don't remember. I've never added one to my collection. I think these are the first I've ever got of these. These are Spira Ivanov from Yakutia. And I really got down playing on it last night, but I can't even remember exactly what it was. I think it was lower mid-range. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, that's nice. It's got like a crackling, saturated nature to it. Oh, cool. Been playing the Dmitriev Drimba. Oh, yeah, those are awesome. I've got one here. I can't remember if it's bent. Several of mine have deformed. I would describing as like melodic in a lot of respects, but also haunting sounding. Let's get back down. Let's see where this Spira Ivanov harp takes us. Please play the Dan Moy. Oh, I can do that. Maybe I'll play the Dan Moy next. Have a sip of tea. Got some loose leaf English breakfast tea, and then I ice it. English breakfast. Oh, no, I think actually this is Irish breakfast. And no real brand, I guess. It's just the loose leaf tea from Vita Villa. Fancy Doolittle says I've been rocking 2 Mohans and a Stepanov. Oh, awesome. Earth Jams has been playing a lot of Parmapool in G. Oh, and also a Dernovo Mud Harp. Oh, cool. TDS Harper says, can you one of y'all explain to me what is A, D2, A3? That is like the fundamental note in a musical scale that it's tuned to, although there are plenty of amazing harps that are untuned. A lot of the Akudian Holmes don't fall on our notes. A lot of Indian harps are untuned, and they're still spectacular. But tuning is where the fundamental frequency that the jaw harp creates. Let's see, let me find one that's tuned. Don't keep many tuned ones near me. Yeah, here, this is G2 would be the fundamental note of this, I think. Or the one overtone that or the one fundamental thing that it... I guess I can't really explain that very well. But the fundamental frequency of the jaw harp is tuned to a note. I think this one's G. And like G2 and G1 and G3 and G0, those are all the same note, but they're in different octaves, like octave 0, octave 1, octave 2. The lower the number, generally the lower the sound, but it doesn't work like that on all harps. Do you sell on Nordic? Oh, cool. I don't know if there are any Monarch on the Harpery right now. We can get Iverson in. This one I'm playing is Plekhanov out of Ukraine. Made this one. Yeah, I don't know if I have a G1 handy here. I wonder what other 2 harps are going to play, like 2 harps and different octaves. Maybe I'll line that up for the next video. Let's play something else. Oh, somebody requested we play Dan Moy. I got a Dan Moy, and when I keep them, for myself, I a lot of times remove the string because the strings always get tangled up in other harps. You play G3. I do not have any G3. G3 is really high pitch. There's stuff going on, like kind of with the breath and with the glottis, but also the backs and the front of the tongue. You see how the sides of the tongue curl and touch the back of my mouth? Yeah. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. That was a good roll on the harp. Hello, oh, and there's Mittens. Whew, the new cat. What should we play next? Oh, yes, the new Priadkin. Got some new Priadkin in. They'll be going to theharpery.com. They'll be there here probably in a week or so. Whoa. So check this out. These big, giant, he calls them a Siberian Homus. And I've had his work from a couple years ago, but this is the first I've had of his current makes. And he has like forged, it looks like a talon or a raven's claw. Big harp. This harp's, it's not as big as the Mohan bass, but it's 2/3 the length of my hand. I shouldn't say, this is bigger than a Mohan bass, but it's not as big as like a Mohan, the really deep bass. Some of them are like as long as my hand, but that's a pretty beefy harp. Let's see where it takes us. I really lost my mind on this harp last night. And I might publish it, I might not. I was playing it and recording, but the video wasn't good quality because I wanted the lights down. But with the lights dim, you get the best experience, especially with your eyes closed on the harp. I get the best experiences on the harp. RJ says, is it normal to hold the harp against your teeth? Can a rubber mouthguard be used? You might be able to. Let us know. Try to play a good harp with a rubber mouthguard and let us know what kind of resonance you get. But one thing you can do... I don't know where my clamp is at. Oh, I know where my clamp is at. One thing you can do, check this out. If you don't want to play the harp against your lips, that's fine. You can work with that. Get yourself a sliding adjustable bar clamp. Because let's just break down. We're going to digress for a second. Break down and why the jaw harp doesn't generally vibrate up against the lips as well as the teeth. Well, the jaw harp, if we pluck it, there's not much sustain because the reed is going and the frame's wobbling too, and they're counteracting each other. It's like if you had a hold of a pendulum and you swing in it and then you start swinging your hand back and forth at different intervals, it would cause the pendulum not to swing right. Same thing there. But when you brace it against something hard, like I'm just going to put it on the table. Look at how much sustain we have just plucking it like this, and you'll actually see the frame get to vibrate too. See, not much. But I put it on the table. Tell me if you can hear this. That's still ringing out because the harp's braced. It needs mass. And we get mass when we put it up against our teeth. It's actually anchored up against my teeth. Anything that stabilizes the frame completely so that the reed vibrates should work good. Yes, Earth Gems, that is a good analogy. You can get yourself like the cheapest way is get yourself like a sliding bar clamp. And carefully you don't clamp your harps too hard or you will deform them. And that is, harps deform like this, especially at the backs, is really hard to fix. So don't deform your harp. You can take even just a regular glasser and start clamping in there. Listen when I just pluck it, holding it, play it up against my lips, teeth, lips. Now, see what happens. Pluck it. Not much sustain. As soon as we clamp it onto something with a bunch of mass, and if you don't have a flat Glasern harp, that's fine too. Just get yourself 2 pieces of wood, like shim wood, and clamp it on either side. Watch what happens now. Get that long sustain, because the mass helps stabilize it, like Earth Harper said. Now, here how it is played up against the lips now. So you don't have to play the harp up against your lips. You're just using that technique to stabilize it with some mass. Just careful, especially if you were to do this onto a bent frame harp. Put 2 blocks of wood so you can stabilize it on both sides, and don't over clamp it. If you over tighten it and you warp the back of a harp, especially if you dish it, that's really hard to get everything set back into place, at least melodically set back into place. It's really easy to get a harp back in where the gaps are tight and it's sensitive, but to get that melodic nature back, that's hard to get because it throws the planes of the arms and the planes of the reed off. Let's play one more harp. What should we play here? Oh yeah, get down on the Priadkin. we'll wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled, and most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out. I love y'all. Harp out.